everyone, it's me again, and welcome to a new video on my channel. I don't know, I never know how to open these videos. I don't know if I should like introduce myself each time or talk to you like we're old pals. I don't know. We're old pals. I know, I got a lot of pals. It is Friday, May 1st, so yesterday was the last day of camp. I kind of stopped updating the website because I kind of slowed down. It's stupid because this needs to get done, but I just was like, alright, time for a break. So I've been slowly but surely working on this draft, but it's just not worth, like, I don't know, putting on the campsite. I reached my goal on April 22nd. I reached 100 pages rewritten in draft 2. Oh, McMuffin, my angel. I love you. You're bad. But what? But I reached 100 pages on April 22nd, and so I did the math earlier, and since then I have rewritten 18 pages. So for the month of April, I was able to rewrite 118 pages, and if you see my camera wobbling, it is because my cat decided to rub on the tripod. You're a brat. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of start a new, I guess, writing vlog. It's a new month, and I'm working from home today. And I'm just I feel it's funny considering how crappy I felt when I filmed my last vlog, because I feel a lot better today. And it could just be, you know, I mentioned I was having like skin issues. Maybe I just felt like crap mostly because of that, because my skin has finally started to clear up. I'm trying to just take good care of it and keep it clean and moisturized, and it's finally starting to clear up. For some reason, the corners of my mouth were really dry and cracked and they hurt, but they also, you could see, and you might, alright, good, the lighting doesn't allow for you to see because it's still kind of, this side's kind of bad, but I've just been like dousing it in Aquaphor, which is also really good for my lips. I have really bad cracked lips that I can't stop picking, but Aquaphor just makes my lips too greasy to pick, and it heals them at the same time, so win-win. And my skin is just, it's doing a little better, so that might even be why I'm in such a good mood. But yeah, and last night, I know I've mentioned it before if you have watched some of my past videos, I really have been wanting a new desk. This one I just don't like it. It was like the cheapest model I could find at Office Depot. I guess I got it about 3-4 years ago, because my boyfriend put it together for me, and we're going to be celebrating our 4 years together this month, actually. So it definitely wasn't longer than 4 years ago, but it feels like I've had it forever. But at the time, I was just working part-time small retail job, and I didn't have a lot of money, so it was the cheapest desk I could find, and it gets the job done, but I've never liked it. So lately I've just been desperately thinking about, you know, a new desk. And my problem is, as I've mentioned before, I'm very cheap. I grew up poor, so it's hard for me a lot of the time to justify spending big amounts of money. I love shopping. It's a very weird and contradictory feeling because I love to shop, but at the same time I'm very particular about what I'm willing to spend money on. And I've been trying to treat myself a little bit more lately because I'm working a better job, and you know, now I can finally afford the things that I want and have always wanted, so it's hard, but you know, I'm still very cheap, so I've been talking myself out of getting a new desk for the longest time because I keep thinking, there's nothing wrong with yours, it's perfect for what it is, you know, as long as you have a surface to write on, why do you need a new desk? But I just don't like it, and I wanted something else that I would like, and I have always wanted, like when I was a kid and stuff, I've always wanted like an L-shaped corner desk. So I was looking at a bunch of them last night, showing them off to my boyfriend, you know. Like it matters what he thinks, but I was showing him all of them, like, what do you think of this one? What about this one? Like, it's my desk. I don't know why I was so like such a child about it, but I found one that I liked. The price was not the best. It was $130, I think. I know a lot of people have spent way more on desks. Like, I was on Wayfair seeing desks for like $500–600 and I was just like, no way. So for me, $135 was a little pricey, but I really like the way it looks. It doesn't have any drawers or anything, it's very minimalist, but I'm looking forward to having all of that space, and I'm excited to kind of rearrange my little nook over here, because I'm gonna probably, my bookshelf is right here out of frame, you can't see it, but it's like right here, so I'm probably gonna have to push that back a little bit to make room. I also do want to get a new bookshelf eventually, but I'm gonna start slow. I'm gonna start with the desk, and then maybe in a few weeks I'll buy a bookshelf. I found one on Kohl's that I liked. I feel weird calling her my friend, because I don't know, we just kind of started talking, but my friend Misty, she has a channel, Misty's Writing Desk. She just did a little video setting up like her writing space, basically. She might have a new one out before my video's out, so if she does, it's not her most recent one. Just look for the titles. It's something about setting up her AuthorTube space, and it's just a cute little space, but she has these really nice bookshelves, and she linked them in her description, so I was looking at those, and I really like them, but I don't know, I was trying to imagine in my head what like my dream bookshelf looks like, and I think my dream bookshelves would be like built into the wall of a really pretty office area, but unfortunately in this apartment that is not going to happen, so I have to try and find something that makes me almost as happy as that. And I found something on Kohl's, excuse me, my boyfriend found it, and so he gave me the link to that. So I might buy that in a few weeks and get that set up. And then eventually I do want a new office chair, because I got this chair at the same time I got my desk, and cushion's wearing out a little bit, I can tell you that much. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little good about getting everything reorganized. I have a lot of shit. I have a lot of like craft supplies and empty notebooks and just shit cluttered around. So I may pull a Marie Kondo and kind of declutter and get rid of shit that I don't have a reason to keep. I might even start doing that today, like on my like breaks from work, because I'm working from home. But yeah, so I think those are my plans for today. It is 5:06. I have a little under an hour before I have to start working, so I'm going to get a little writing done, actually. I just feel pretty good today. Alright, so I just made it official in my writing journal. I like to do like monthly spreads just for writing and reading related things, like, let me show you a good example. All the blue is reading related stuff, like starting a book and finishing a book, and the pink is writing related. So April is very, very pink. But I also like to put goals in the little sidebar area, and so we have May's spread over here in the goals area. It's official. I would like to finish the second draft of Stoneborn in the month of May. Now, that's a little crazy because I have over 100 pages left to go, but I really need it finished, and I gotta start taking it, I guess, a little more seriously. We're almost halfway through the year and I'm not finished yet, and that's disappointing because when did I start? Okay. Alright, I don't feel too bad. I started the second draft in March. I guess I'm actually on track. I thought I had started it way earlier in like January, but I didn't even finish my read-through until February, so. But that's my goal, and I do not like to shift my goals around, so I'm just gonna try and finish it. But I'm not gonna rush because that is not a good idea ever, so I'm just gonna do it. So I wrote a fair amount. I wrote 1,795 words this morning. I did 3 pages so far. Not bad. It is 5:52, and I gotta get my work computer set up, and I also wanted to do some stretching. I've been trying to do it every morning because of my stupid back. I have like an actual like back stretcher. It's weird. It's like two pieces of plastic and they're both flat, but one can be kind of bent and put into these notches, and it's weird, but it creates like an arch, and you're supposed to like lay across it and like line your spine up with these ridges. It's hard to explain. I'll try and put a picture up of it because I don't feel like digging it out just yet, just to show you, because my office is so cluttered. But yeah, so I gotta get my work computer set up. I want to do my back stretches, and I have even more AuthorTube videos to catch up on while I work today. Also going to try and do some more writing during my breaks, as well as decluttering during my breaks. And I might not film tonight, but I might film, I'm not sure. It's hard to say because I always feel really awkward filming when my boyfriend is home. Which, you know, it's been like a year. I wish I didn't feel quite so awkward, but I do. So, it sucks. But yeah, so I'm gonna get ready. I might film tomorrow. I don't know. I don't see this being a one-off vlog, even though I think I've filmed like almost 20 minutes by now. I don't know. You get me talking and I just don't shut up. So yeah, so I will see you when I film next, which you will see in a few minutes, but I don't know when it'll be, so yeah. So it is Sunday, May 3rd, and obviously I did not film yesterday. I intended to, and I just didn't get around to it, and obviously did not film anything on Friday night either. But since Friday, I've been pretty productive, and also my hair dried kind of funny today, so I'm just gonna go with it, I guess. I can't even blame quarantine because I don't even get my hair cut that often. So, you know, it is what it is, and we're gonna roll with it. So I kind of on Friday woke up and was like, sis, you need to finish this draft because shit needs to get done. So on Friday, May 1st, I rewrote 8 pages, which gave me a total of 3,354 words. Yesterday, Saturday the 2nd. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen, because I was kind of bragging about it, but I rewrote 14 pages for a total of 5,155 words, and I felt really freaking good about it, let me tell ya. So I rewarded myself with pizza, and me and my boyfriend ordered Birds of Prey. We watched it, and I genuinely liked it, but I am a DC fan, so. And I woke up early today because my cat would not shut up, story of my life, and I rewrote, I think it was 7 pages for a total of 2,868 words, and it was a little hard today because I really had to add a bunch of new words to this chapter, and unfortunately it has a trope, the mean girl trope, you know. My story does take place a little bit during, you know, high school, so I needed this mean girl plot in order to advance a different part of the main plot, so I was really struggling with making my bully essentially appear like a caricature, because I know your typical mean girl exists in stories as a stereotype and it just gets old after a while, but I also know from past experience that girls can be just as big of bullies, just as big of bullies as guys can be. And so that's essentially my character. She's just a bully, basically. She's not a catty girl for the sake of being a catty mean girl. She's just a bully. It happens. So I'm trying to come to grips with the fact that bullies exist, and I'm allowed to write about a bully existing. I don't need to give her some backstory, you know, some tragic event that happened in her life that makes her bully people. Like, she is a minor character, and she's a bully, and that's all that matters. So, because I mean, I know we got a lot of motivation for, say, a character like Draco Malfoy, but, you know, what about Pansy Parkinson? She was just a bully, so that's essentially how I am referring in my head to this character in my story. She's just a bully. She would be a pansy Parkinson. I'm feeling pretty good about what I've gotten done so far. I have a total of 132 pages left to go, and I really do want to finish the second draft before the end of May so that I can then start the third draft. I feel like I'm gonna have to work really hard, but I also feel like it's not impossible. And my third draft will be a little easier. If you haven't seen any of my past videos about how I edit, I have my first draft, which I then print out and I take a pink pencil to, and I make notes, you know, on the manuscript. I make notes in a notebook. Basically, I just kind of mark it all up. And then for the second draft, I rewrite it kind of, I hate to say rewrite it from scratch, but it almost is from scratch. I take chapter by chapter of my printed out manuscript and I'm rewriting it so it's like reprocessing and putting it back into a blank document. So the second draft is just rewritten completely in a brand new document, and then the third draft I will keep it in this Scrivener document and just go chapter by chapter, reading and correcting and editing on my computer. I won't print it out again. And then I will do third, fourth, fifth draft, kind of doing it completely digitally, and the final kind of read-through / edit, I will print a proof copy, go through that with my pink pen, and, seeing it actually in a book helps me to get a fresher look at it. So the third draft should be a little bit easier because I won't be rewriting it, and I'm kind of excited to get to the third draft. I am going to try to write a little bit more today, so I'm not going to end this video yet, because if I write, maybe I'll write 5 more pages. I'll definitely want to update y'all on that. So I'm gonna leave this video open for now, and I will either film my closer tonight or tomorrow morning, and my hair will hopefully look better by then. It happens, unfortunately. So yeah, I watched The Birds of Prey. I was a very big Mary Elizabeth Winstead fan before I watched, and I'm not gonna lie, she was 80% of the reason I wanted to watch, because I like Huntress, and when I found out she was playing her, I was like, okay. And she has the coolest hairstyle in the movie, and I want it so bad. And it's really funny, when I cut my hair months ago and went with bangs and stuff, I actually had a picture of Mary Elizabeth Winstead that I took to the freaking salon, I guess you can call it. I don't get my hair cut often, so you can probably tell by the way I call it a salon. I don't know. But I actually had a picture of Mary Elizabeth Winstead that I took with me to the salon when I got bangs. And now I really want to do Huntress's hairstyle, but it involves a braid on the side of her head, and I'm not good at, I missed that gene just like I missed the makeup gene, Some girls are just born with it. I'm not. But I would kill to have my hair like that. Oh my god, there's a hawk outside. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's a hawk. Oh my god. Is it? No, it's a fucking raven. Oh my god. Sorry for cursing. Oh my god. I feel like I'm in a nature documentary right now. Hello, sweet baby. Crows and ravens are my favorite. There's 2 of them. Yeah, they're just crows, okay. Holy shit. They never come up here. I don't know, it's hard to tell if they're crows or ravens. They're really big. They look way bigger to my physical eye than they did in the camera. So I think it might have been a raven. It was huge, and it was beautiful, and I'm very happy. Like I said, they never come up here. That branch that it first landed in, doves had built their nest in it about 2 weeks ago, and I was excited then because I love doves too. I love birds, but I was excited then, but it's a very flimsy branch, and I think with all the wind and rain we've been having, the doves have not actually been there in a week and a half. They really were only there for the first few days after it was built, but I think the raven or crow, whatever it was, I think it saw the nest and thought there might be some eggs in there, you know, some delicious eggs, and fortunately there were none. So I didn't have to watch one of my favorite animals eat babies. I know what happens, but I didn't have to watch it, and so I'm happy. Wow, that just like made my day. Like, I know that's really stupid, but like I said, they're one of my favorite animals. My logo, I'm sure you've seen it. I put it in the beginning of every video, but my logo is like a crow sitting on a book, like a leather journal, and I found this necklace made from a vintage wax seal, and it is a crow sitting on a book. Crows are just my favorite animals, and that was exciting. Like I said, I don't know for sure if it was a raven or a crow. Even zooming in on the camera, I could not get a good enough look, but I'm excited. That feels like a good sign, I don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about before. Oh yeah, seems so stupid now to talk about hairstyles, but I really wish I could do my hair, because I would definitely be rocking the Huntress look. But yeah, so it was actually a decent movie. I thought the writing was pretty good. I love to see a cast of all-female characters that, I don't know, actually have personalities, so that was nice. And I've never been a Harley Quinn fan. She's just not a character that's ever spoken to me, but I really feel like Margot Robbie just nails it, and she makes me a Harley Quinn fan. So, you know, despite the state of the DC cinematic universe right now, I do recommend it. But I'm not going to write just yet. I really need to read this. You know, I started it a little while ago. I'm not that far into it. I know she's a popular author in the young adult genre, and I'm not saying she's bad. And obviously I paid $100 to attend a seminar hosted by her, so clearly I like her. But at the same time, I'm reading this and it just has not gripped me yet. Like, I don't give a shit about any of these characters. I'm on page 65 and I just don't care about them at all. Not Blue, not Gansey, definitely not Ronan. Like, I don't give a shit about any of them. I'm not very far into it, admittedly, but when you read the synopsis, you feel like Blue is going to be the main character. And yeah, she's in the first chapter, but like I said, I'm on page 65 and it really just feels like Gansey's the main character. It feels like him and his friends are, which, I mean, yeah, the title is The Raven Boys, but the synopsis specifically mentions Blue predominantly. I don't know, I just expected a little bit more Blue so far, and it's just all about how cool the Raven Boys are, basically, and how different they are, and it's just like, okay. Can we get to the actual story? Like, I have a good image of these characters. Can we please get to the story? And I think that says a lot coming from me, because I love characters and developing characters and describing characters. So if you're doing it to the point where I'm saying, enough, get to the story, it's bad. But I do really want to read it and finish it, and you never know. Maybe 65 pages in isn't enough to judge. Maybe, you know, by the time I'm halfway through it, I'll be like obsessed and in love with it. So I'm probably going to stop filming, go look for my crow/raven buddies, and chill with my boyfriend while I do a little reading. And I will update y'all either later or tomorrow. So it is Monday morning, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I don't have any Star Wars plans. You know, it's a Monday. I have to work. So I didn't really do much more writing yesterday like I said I was going to. I wrote maybe, actually I can check, I wrote like a paragraph more. I wrote like 154 more words last night. I just wasn't feeling it. I guess I was already like, not fried, but it was like I don't need to. And that is a habit I am trying to break, but it was the weekend, you know? So in total yesterday I rewrote 7 pages and had a total of 3,019 words. Not bad. I've had a very productive weekend, and that's just really, really exciting to me. It's been a little while since I've been this productive, and it's actually kind of funny. Like, on Saturday I rewrote 14 pages. Like, where was this drive during Camp NaNoWriMo? Like, are you for real, sis? Like, it took you until May to crack down and start being productive? It's just so stupid. So I rewrote a total of 29 pages this weekend. A lot of it was new words. I've had to change a lot of character interaction, make it a little more realistic. Like I mentioned, one of my scenes was with the resident mean girl of the school. She's just a bully, but I still wanted her interaction to not feel so cartoony. So I'm, half proud of this number and half not, because if I had to estimate, I would say less than half of it was new words. But this weekend, starting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I wrote 11,528 words, and I woke up this morning. It is 4:59 right now. So far this morning I already have 1,421 words. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just trying to be more disciplined, I guess. I'm trying to take advantage of my free time more than I was before. And I did read a little bit yesterday, not much more. What was I on? I was on page 65 yesterday. I'm on page 101 today. I'm still struggling to kind of connect with these characters. If I had to choose, so far the one that interests me the most is Barrington Welk, and I feel like he's being set up to be kind of an antagonist? I don't know, so I'm definitely not interested in any of the Raven boys, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I like Adam, but Ronan is like my least favorite character trope. Like, I just do not like, I don't know, violent white boys who, I don't know, it's I don't want to like shit on anyone's writing if you like that trope and have characters like that, but I guess Ronan, will be humanized more throughout this series, but I'm just not a big fan of him so far. And Gansey's just kind of blah. So I'm trying though, I really am, because I hear such good things about it and it's gotta get better. But yeah, so it's like 5 a.m. now, right? Yep, 5:04. And I'm going to continue writing, but I'm not going to update because this is the end of my vlog. Yeah, this was productive. I feel like I could have filmed a little better because I didn't film anything, clearly, because I was so focused on writing. And I didn't want to stop to film because I was afraid I would lose my steam and my mojo, so I just kept going. And I think it paid off, but at the same time I feel, I guess, guilty because that is the point of this channel, is to write and to share my process, and I didn't do any of that this weekend. Like, I just was like, F y'all, I'm writing without you. Like, I do feel better coming on here and sharing my success with you than filming me kind of just piddling away and getting, 700 words done and being like, yeah, it's good enough for me. Which I always feel guilty because I know for a lot of people getting even 700 words can be a stretch. But for me personally, with the time that I have, I should be able to produce more. I don't do anything. Like, I don't have any other hobbies. I don't have children that I have to take care of. So if I am awake 3 hours before I have to start working, I really need to put those 3 hours to use. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't be happy with, 700 words when I have so much time and I'm doing shit all with it, because then I'll see like other writers who have not even half the amount of free time that I have, and they're taking care of families on top of it. They're, doing all this other stuff. They have their full-time job, they have their side hustle on Etsy, they do all this other stuff, and yet they still somehow manage to, get 1,500 words a day, and here I am doing none of that and getting half of that. So when I say, when I talk shit about getting only 700 words or, only 500 words, like, that's just for me personally not good. But yeah, so I don't know, I'm currently on page 261. Gosh, I still have so long to go. My original manuscript is 390 pages, I have 129 pages to go. Sorry, I don't know what I keep doing with my hair.
I didn't get that.
I didn't say
tapping above to edit.
Siri, I said sorry. Ugh. 129 pages to go. I think if I can pull more days like Saturday, even if I can only pull those days on the weekends and still get an average of 2 to 4 pages every day, I think I can do that. I think I can get this draft finished by the end of May so that I can then start on the third draft for the month of June. I am still killing myself over the word count because I'm at 118,040 words in this draft. And that's long. But I made myself feel better the other day. I googled the word count of all the Twilight novels, and I think even the first Twilight was just like huge, so I feel a little better. Not that I'm putting myself on the same literary level as Twilight, nor am I saying that Stephenie Meyer is an amazing writer, but she does have more experience than me. She went to school, whereas I didn't. So I'm definitely not comparing myself, and God knows the first Gargoyles of Craven book has not sold even, you know, a 16th of the amount of books that Twilight has, so I'm not comparing myself to her, I'm just comparing book lengths. You know, it's okay for a young adult novel to be kind of long, especially considering this is the third in a series, you know. It has to be long. Speaking of Stephenie Meyer, like, is it suddenly okay to like her for the nostalgia factor now? Because so many people on Twitter are like suddenly fangirling about Twilight again. I guess there's some kind of announcement from Stephenie Meyer, but it's like okay, now that we're all like older and we can accept our past cringe selves, we're just going to get over the fact that Twilight really romanticized like a nasty possessive relationship. Like, I'm sorry, I read all the books, you know, I'm not talking out of my ass here. Like, I hate Twilight. The best one was Breaking Dawn, and it's just because it was so funny and outlandish, because it was weird. It was so weird. But at the end of the day, Edward Cullen is not a good hero in a young adult, especially a young adult romance. But are we just suddenly forgetting that because it's cool to like things from our childhood again? I don't know. It's rubbing me the wrong way being on Twitter at the moment. Like, did we just all suddenly forget all the problems we had with it besides glittery vampires? Like, it wasn't just the cringe factor of it. There was a lot more to it that we were criticizing. But what do I know, you know? Maybe I just hold grudges. I don't know. But yeah, so I have rambled way too much. I gotta get this video edited. But yeah, so I had a really good weekend. You should watch Birds of Prey if you have not already. It's a really fun movie, especially if you like girl gangs. Let me see. Happy May the 4th. Make sure you watch Star Wars today. Any of them will do. Return of the Jedi is my personal favorite, followed by The Last Jedi, so, you know. And, yeah. I hope your writing is going well, or maybe you're just taking the week off after Camp NaNo because you're fried from it. Totally understandable. Very valid. But I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you're remembering to take time for yourself. Okay, I'm done rambling. I swear, I'm done rambling. If you liked this video, you know, thumbs up would be cool. You can do all that down below. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I messed up the words there, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in my next one. So yeah, thank you for watching.